Hello, my name is Melanie Lick, and for my presentation, I've selected the article, The Relationship Between Psychosocial Development and the Sports Climate Experienced by Underserved Youth by Daniel Gold. This study was designed to evaluate developmental results. Economically disadvantaged youth report from their participation in organized sport. It was also to assess the sports climate that their coaches created and measure certain behavioral aspects of the coaches with relation to the kids to gauge how positive an influence they are. First of all, this study includes two separate methods of data collection: observation of practice and the surveys noted here. The participants in the study were 239 youth, 64% male and 36% female, who were members of the Detroit PAL baseball and softball leagues, a nonprofit organization which serves disadvantaged youth. Participants completed the Youth Experiences Scale, Care and Climate Scale, Motivational Climate Scale, and a questionnaire to measure the importance they felt their coaches placed on life skills. The Youth Experience Scale is a measure of the developmental gains youth felt they experienced from participating in an extracurricular activity, as well as acting as a general participation survey. As for the Care and Climate Scale, it is a surveying tool to assess the degree that youth perceive the activity setting to be safe, inviting, supportive, as well as how valued and respected they feel. The Motivational Climate Scale assesses whether youth use self-referenced goals, such as individual improvement, or ego or social assessed goals, such as winning in competition. Lastly, the emphasis on life skills given by coaches was measured in the form of a survey with participants, just like the other three, measuring how mature and effective players felt coaches were able to be. Now, under the technical aspects of this data collection, all surveys involved quantitatively, such as 1 to 5, and all 4 surveys were given to each participant during the same testing period, with completion times generally ranging from 15 to 25 minutes overall. Coaches were not present so as to not interfere, and participants were reminded that survey answers will remain anonymous. Furthermore, the survey administrator checked for incomplete questions, suspicious patterns, such as filling out the same number for all the questions, and asked participants to go over the survey again if such incidents occurred. And naturally, post-examination, 6 outlier participants were eliminated from the Youth Experience Scale, 3 positive regressions and 3 negative ones, so as to keep answers as accurate and telling as possible. Finally, onto the results. Participants were split into 4 separate categories: middle school boys, middle school girls, high school boys, and high school girls. Answers were averaged within each respective group and ranked on a scale from 1 to 5, the same as they had been answered initially. Overall, the answers showed a strong correlation between positive coaching environments and positive developmental gains. That being said, there were several very telling and very surprising specific questions. In both middle and high school groups, the girls reported notably higher caring climates than the boys. Additionally, in both middle and high school, the boys focused significantly more on ego-based goals, such as focusing on winning, than girls did. In feeling social exclusion as well as overall negative experience, while all groups scored relatively low, boys scored slightly higher than girls in both age groups. There was also an interesting contrast between middle school boys and high school girls on the inappropriate adult behavior subscale, with boys unfortunately scoring higher, thus having a more negative experience. The stress category was also very interesting, with both middle school groups as well as high school girls reporting very close low values, which were 1.8 plus or minus 0.1, while high school boys came in significantly higher at 2.18. Lastly, the coaching life skills category reported very similarly relatively high values across all subgroups, with girls in both age groups ranking their coaches slightly higher. In conclusion, coaching actions and climates are all quite important in young people's psychosocial development. As declared by the article, the single most significant finding for youth sport involves how higher ego climate within a team is associated with higher negative experiences occurring. As would be expected, the more a mastery and caring climate is perceived, the greater the positive influence on the positive youth experience survey outcomes. Sorry. Similarly, negative youth experience survey outcomes are more likely the more an ego climate is perceived. The most important takeaway seems to be that the more positive a climate coach desires, the more focus should be put into mastery and caring climates, and less emphasis should be put on ego climates. Thank you very much.